You know, the election didn't turn out like we wanted it to.
Kamala Harris is back from her Hawaiian post-election exile, trying to explain to donors how she burned through $1.5 billion and still got steamrolled by Donald Trump.
And I know this is an uncertain time. I'm clear-eyed about that. I know you're clear-eyed about it. And it feels heavy.
What's going on, guys? We got to talk about Kamala Harris and Tim Walz releasing this depressing video where they're basically coping at this humiliating election landslide where Donald Trump swept basically the whole damn nation. All 7 swing states won the popular vote, got the Senate, the House, already had the Supreme Court. Maybe we can get some more justices up in there. It's 6-3 right now. Can we make it 7 or 8? Okay, like, let's get this abortion ban going. Let's go ahead and implement Project 2025. I'm ready. Of course, I'm kidding about those last 2 because I know there might be some shills watching this and I want to make some people piss their pants real quick. But I want to go ahead and react to this video. Let's get into it.
Good afternoon, everyone. To everyone who's on the call, I can't express my deep gratitude to you. Personally, of being on this ticket was the privilege of a lifetime to be with Vice President Harris. But as an American...
you one of the reasons why she lost, my G. Like, just look at this guy.
I also recognize the emotions you're going through, and I share those with you. As the Vice President often says, we weren't running against something, we were running for something. And to watch the...
Nah, all they did was talk about Trump and Project 2025. Y'all remember how many times they brought out that damn book, that big ass book that they brought at the DNC convention, and all of them commercials where they opened the book and had the pages going? Like, I seen them commercials. That was straight up fear mongering. And guess who fell for it? A bunch of crazy people that look like me. Isn't that sad?
Of your body, of every one of your freedoms, of what you can read and say, and where you can travel. He'll round up American citizens, use the government to punish his enemies.
And it makes a difference. On the campaign trail, I would ask, there will be a day of reckoning when it will be asked, what did you do during the 2024 campaign? Well, I know the people on this call can say everything they possibly could. And for that, as an American, I'm incredibly grateful.
That you should be ashamed of yourself if this is the best you could do, is have Megan Thee Stallion shaking ass and you up here paying $2.5 million to Oprah and $3 million to Beyonce, or however the hell much she got, because she denies getting that amount, even though, you know, it's public filings. But so she's in denial about it, apparently. You guys could have did a lot better, in my opinion. If you would have did good and everything you could, maybe you would have won.
Find the place in your community to heal both yourselves and your community. And then when you're ready to get back in this fight, because it continues on. And I know that I've said it often on the campaign trail, I'm preaching to the choir. I couldn't be prouder to be with a choir that's on this call. I know there's a bit of a feeling of loss because we saw what a real leader looks like. We watched a speech on the Ellipse a week before the election where Vice President Harris delivered on the best of America.
This dude is calling a real leader the lady who refused to come out on election night and speak with the folks at Howard who waited for hours just waiting to hear something from her.
So you won't hear from the Vice President tonight, but you will hear from her tomorrow. She will be back.
She refused to even talk to him. That's what a real leader looks like to you? Man, get the hell up. Man, I'm about to turn this damn computer off, click off of this mug or something, because this fool's getting on my nerves.
She delivered the best of our better angels. She delivered a vision where all of us mattered. She did it with grace and dignity and continued to do that every single day. She is still in this fight. She is doing it every single day. She is not done with her current job, and she's not done being part of it with all of you. And
I mean, I thought as VP, she couldn't really do anything. So what is she doing then?
And I would just ask all of you to join me in welcoming our Vice President, Kamala Harris.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Back at you, brother. You are such an extraordinary leader.
This is why she a few seconds in and she's already cringe. This is why she lost. Back at you, brother. Like, she looked like she been crying.
We have become lifelong friends. I just, in front of everyone, I want to thank you,
That's
Tim.
cap. That's cap.
You lead with courage. You lead with heart. You see the people. You care about the people. You believe in uplifting the dignity to which all people are entitled, and you do it and you have a sense of fun when you're doing it. But you are an extraordinary leader, and obviously the people of Minnesota are very, very lucky to have you there. But you are a national leader and a dear friend.
You should have picked Shapiro.
Noel,
you might have
thank
won.
you for your work. And the outcome of this election obviously is not what we wanted. It is not what we worked so hard for. But I am proud of the race we ran. And your role in this was critical.
You should be ashamed of
what we did in 107 days was unprecedented.
And what, you mean below $1.5 billion? It still lose?
A function of our willingness to put in the work. And that we will do that work with a sense of joy, yes. With a sense of work ethic and understanding it's going to be hard. But it's good work. It's good work. To be engaged in a collective fight for you called friends, you called in favors. You said, hey, you know, I showed up at your softball game. Now I need you to show up at the campaign office. You put in the time. It was personal for you. And you gave all that you could to support our campaign. Because of your efforts, get this, we raised an historic $1.4 billion, almost $1.5 billion from grassroots supporters alone.
That Kamala Harris is still not done lying. You got that from a bunch of billionaire donors. A lot of them admitted it. What are you talking about?
Do you think somebody stole the money?
There's a lot of whispering. There's a lot of names about who got paid this, who got paid that. And a lot of people got rich on the back of donors trying to stop Trump. And I think this disqualifies her forever. If you can't run a campaign, you can't run America.
Again, I'll say, the election didn't turn out like we wanted it to. Certainly not as we planned for it to.
Good.
But understand that the work we put into it was about empowering people. That's the spirit with the work we did.
If you ask me, y'all just need to start over. Like a new candidate, new staff, new leadership, new everything, new advisors, everything. Because whatever the hell y'all was doing clearly didn't work.
And sometimes in the darkest moments, people lose faith in that. Are there people out there that feel that way? And you reminded people that yes, there are. And there are a lot of us. And that strength cannot be taken from us. That is our strength. It cannot be taken from us.
I mean, well, we just took the presidency, so boom shakalaka.
A fight for freedom and opportunity, that did not end on November 5th. A fight for the dignity of all people, that did not end on November 5th. A fight for the future, a future in which all people receive the promise of America? No.
I mean, who the hell made that promise? Because it sounded to me like she's talking about illegal immigrants receiving the promise of America, and the answer is no. Tom Homan and Donald Trump are going to make sure of that.
Trump's new borders czar, Tom Homan, has said that he is willing to arrest leaders like yourself for standing in the way of these policies that they want to enact. Would you be willing to go to jail for these things?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of that.
But look, me and the Denver mayor, we agree on one thing. He's willing to go to jail. I'm willing to put him in jail.
And I know this is an uncertain time. I'm clear-eyed about that. I know you're clear-eyed about it. And it feels heavy. And I just have to remind you, don't you ever let anybody take your power from you. You have the same power that you did before November 5th.
It sounds like insurrection talk to me, but let's keep going.
And on this practical eve of Thanksgiving, I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving with the ability and to find the ability at this moment to just remember there is so much to be thankful for. And to find the ability and to find the ability and to find the ability.
We lost the election. Wait a minute. We lost the election. We're miserable. Half of this country is miserable. And let's just tell the truth. We hate that he won. We hate it.
Guys, hopefully this is one of the last nails in the Kamala Harris coffin, because I know she's gonna go out kicking and screaming. Probably, if you saw my last video, gonna try to run for president again, gonna try to run for governor out there in California. Now, I don't foresee her being able to actually win any of these elections, especially not the presidential one, because she just has to go through too many layers, getting through the Democrat primary on top of getting through the actual 2024 presidency against whoever the Republican nominee is. Kamala doesn't stand a chance. And out there in California, she has to go against probably Gavin Newsom again, maybe some other tough contenders as well. And Kamala Harris, if you couldn't tell by even this little speech and spiel that she gave, this little word salad nonsense that she gave, she just doesn't have it in her, guys. Like, she's just not a strong candidate. She's not a gifted speaker. She sounds like she doesn't know what the hell she's talking about anytime she opens her mouth. She's extremely cringe worthy. There's just so many problems. And then starting the video off with Tampon Tim, it's like, this dude is not a cool guy. He's not an attractive guy. He's like, he doesn't have anything in terms of a good record. Like, what the hell is he supposed to bring? You know, the only thing I guess he brought is a little bit more energy, reeling from Joe Biden, but that clearly wasn't enough. Hopefully the next time we'll hear from Kamala Harris will be on January 6th when she has to certify the election for Donald Trump. So I look forward to seeing the look on her face as she slams that gavel and says, hey, Donald Trump's your next president. Do you guys think it's going to go off without a hitch, or do you think something might pop off before then? We shall see. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you watching the Black Anomaly Rise channel. I'm out.
Kamala is mentally impaired.
And happy Thanksgiving from Doug and me and our family.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.